what do you do after making such a really fucking awesome movie called Training Day? I have to imagine after making a movie that good, I know I haven't reviewed it for the channel, but trust me, Training Day is really good. And I remember seeing commercials for this movie that I'm about to review on the TV, and it's like directed by the guy who did Training Day. I'm like, oh, cool. And for some reason, I just never got around to watching it. But that stuck in my head. This is the director of Training Day. This should be a pretty fucking entertaining movie, right? Tears of the Sun. So Tears of the Sun is a 2003 military action movie set in Nigeria. It's directed by Antoine Fuqua, who did the awesome Training Day. As I said, he's done some other movies here and there, but just looking at the films that he's done, I think Training Day is like the big one, and the rest are just fine. Nothing wrong with that. But it is directed by Antoine Fuqua. It's written by Alex Lasker and Patrick Cirillo. It stars Bruce Willis, Monica Bellucci, and Tom Skerritt. This movie's 2 hours. I just want to put that out the front. This movie is 2 hours. Now the setup, which is told to us thankfully through my favourite thing of just media news reports and shit at the start. Like, I don't know why I couldn't have just started with them at the village, but there's going to be spoilers. This is a fucking old movie. Who cares, right? Now, a whole bunch of American soldiers are in this village in Nigeria. They got to get these Western people out. Otherwise, they're going to get fucking massacred and shit. But it turns out, like, they take a whole bunch of the villagers with them and stuff. They're like about to leave these people there to their fate, but then they see what happened to the people who remained at the village, and they go back, and they put as many refugees on the choppers as they can, and then the rest of them have to go on foot, and they have to avoid soldiers and stuff. Now that setup shouldn't take long to set up, right? That should not take that long. You know how long this took to set up? That whole little setup I just gave you? An hour! And nothing really good or exciting or tense happened in that hour. I'm like, hurry up! This is an action war movie kind of thing. Move! And then you get to the hour point and they're trundling through the fucking jungles and shit. And then finally, some action starts to happen. But it's not really dynamic. It doesn't really get your blood pumping or flowing. And I guess that's not the vibe they're going for, because this movie's really heavy-handed with its message and everything like that. And look, I appreciate when you're dealing with, I guess, ethnic cleansings and shit like that. Like, you're going to have to get a little heavy in your movie. Unfortunately, the story is so cliched and bare bones and stuff that when it does try to get, really deep and serious, it just feels jarring to the rest of the movie. Like, and you could guess things like this, like, they're walking through the thing and, oh, we're being followed. Oh, someone's got a radio. Okay, yeah. Why are they following them? Oh, we don't know. And I'm like, I don't know, one of the president's relatives survived or something? So yeah, it takes these cliche kind of story beats and tries to put this like deep messaging in about like how bad things can be over there, and how little people are doing to kind of do anything about it. And that's a good message to have, I guess. But no one's going to listen to your message if your movie sucks. And this sucks, man. This is even produced by Cheyenne Enterprises. This is Bruce Willis's fucking production company. I like the actors involved. I like Monica Bellucci. I like Tom Skerritt. Skerritt's not in it that much. Bellucci, sorry, not Belushi. He's good too. Willis is pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, give him a gun. Have him play a tough guy soldier. Have him emote with like his eyes in close-ups and stuff, and you're fine. Yeah, really good use of Bruce Willis here. It's just the story's boring. The first half. And then, they're making their big run at the end, and I'm like, oh, I bet you they'll get saved by the planes that they've been wanting backup from for fucking days. Oh, Eamon Walker is in this, which I really like, though. So he's a character actor from a show I watched ages ago called Oz. And I always like seeing actors from that show pop up in other things, because they were all really good. So he's really good in this, too. But the whole package is just rather uninspired. And I can see Willis being excited for this. He probably saw Training Day and like, ooh, I want to work with this director. Yeah, well, I'm glad you did. Didn't make anything good though. What day is this? Day 6? Look at my eyes, man. Makeup department's like, they're fired again. I'm trying to find things I really liked about the movie, but when it wasn't being really so boring in the first half, like it was trying to be just really heavy-handed, and the pacing's just really off. This movie is kind of average, which sucks because Training Day was pumped. Maybe I'm glad I didn't see it back in the day. I would have been disappointed. Actually, I'm still disappointed. And this is when I realised that I've been doing this review without my normal mic plugged into my phone. And you know what? I don't care. Fucking 5. I'm on day 6 now. Oh. So many Bruce Willis movies. Alright. I'm starting to realise that you can probably count all the good Bruce Willis movies on one hand. I'm hoping to be wrong. But what you got? Like Die Hard with a Vengeance, Last Boy Scout, Fifth Element, Armageddon. I'm sure there's a couple more here and there. Alright, maybe you need 2 hands, but there are less really good Bruce Willis movies than you think. The rest are just kind of shit. Give me a like, dislike, share, subscribe. Wait, tomorrow's it's day 7? Yes.